afternoon, everyone, or good evening for most of the world. We are playing a pre-release preview of the Osiris Infection by Hoyster Games. I played this a few weeks ago on the stream, but this is the very latest. I haven't tried this version yet, so I'm very excited to see what what's to do. Let's take a look. No, that's strange. I'll try turning that way down. Just had a report in chat that music was very loud compared to my voice. Yeah, how's that? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so what I was saying just earlier, so this is a pre-release preview of the Osiris Infection by Hoyster Games. I have played this on stream before, but it's been a very long time since I last played it, so I'm excited to see what is new and different. One thing one thing the manual mentioned was a multiplayer mode, so that might be interesting to try on Amiga Live sometime. I'm gonna have a quick look at extra modes. Logic mode, default mode. Oh, I see. So I think this is like a practice mode. Hoyster, welcome to the chat. Hoyster is saying that logic mode is just the puzzle levels, action mode is just the boss action levels. Okay, from memory, so what we've got to do is we've got to get all of these nodes down to the bottom. So I can pick them up and move them, but I have only a limited number of moves to do it. Now I've got 2 buttons. If I grab that, oh, I know what I was supposed to. I think I was supposed to be facing the other direction. But in any case, I've got enough moves left to get to the end. Okay, so button 1 flips a node, the second button drops it behind you. Just going to try to grab that health. Give me a couple more moves. Whoops. I didn't time that very well, but managed to get straight through. And the matrix-like background is really cool. Yeah, so you see in the background there, we've got a constant stream of numbers. So that's, I'm assuming that's done with the parallax system. So it's filling the screen with sprites, and those sprites are animated. Zupadan observed it doesn't look like a Scorpion Engine game. Yeah, and yeah, I mean it's Scorpion Engine games typically platformers, because that's sort of where a lot of the effort has gone into, and towards features of platform games. But it's always really cool seeing something that pushes it does something different, pushes the genres that Scorpion has been used for. Okay, so let's flip that, push that through there. Oh, I should have used some flips there, I think. So I don't have a lot of energy left. If I drop it behind me, then I can flip it to there. And do that again. Behind me, up to there. So Hoyster, when do you think this is going to be finished and published? Hoyster says it's mostly complete, just needs to finish music or finalize music. So he's hoping for the next week or so. Oops. Okay, I've ran out of energy there. Need to be a little bit smarter about that one. And have better timing. Can I... Yeah, I can go through the... Maybe I should get the health to start with. And that'll let me practice the timing here a bit. Hoyster says you can flip more than nodes. Oops. What else can I flip? Can I flip that thing? I can. Okay, that's that's cool. Does that that doesn't cost me any energy? Oh, it does cost me energy. Okay, well that's good to know. So I don't think I'm going to have enough energy this time, but I've learned a little bit about what I can do. Oops. Okay, I messed that up. I was thinking about what to do, and then I got caught out by the enemy because I was spending too much time thinking. Ah. Timing it badly again. Health is probably not worth it again. I actually know if I pick up the health first, that will give me a couple more moves. Because also definitely shouldn't be carrying the node up there to where the health is. So I should get that health first and then come back. And I can just dodge that thing. that gives me a couple more moves. I'll save my shift, so I won't hit the enemy. Not yet. Just slip through there. We can come back. Gotcha. Okay, so let's drop that behind me, and we'll use some shifts. There we go. Hi, Fred Cedar. Welcome to the chat. Use logic gates to travel. Oh yes, I remember that. You can teleport. Right. Okay, and I need to get from one to the other. Oh, oh no, okay, so that is the okay, so that's where I need to get the red node. The yellow node, I'll pick that up. And then just grab that. And this one. Need to drop this behind me. And I can go the long way around. Push that through. Put on the last health. It's a very unique puzzle game. I'm not sure if I've ever played anything with this set of mechanics. It does feel very much like a classic puzzler, like Chips Challenge, or you know, Boulder Dash, or Soccer Band. Should have been paying attention to the briefing. No, I'll use another flip to flip the enemy. And so let's get that over to that side. And then yep, I can push that, but I can't push myself in there. Go. Right. Okay, so I should be able to use a few shifts to help me get it across the line. Hoyster says chip challenge was definitely what I had in mind. And we literally have chips here. Okay, so gold gates cannot be used to move nodes, so presumably only I can get through them. Okay, yep, so I've got to use both kinds of gates. So let's get that across. Oh! Okay, no, I've messed it up. It's because... Okay, that's supposed to go in there. That's not supposed to be teleported. That is the output of a gate. It's not the input. So I have wasted this turn. Alright, let's try this again. Oops. What? Oh, so I think I was just a little bit too, and this bit is going to be, getting the timing exactly right. Oops. No, messed that up. Oh. Did I not get hurt by that? Okay, so that one doesn't hurt me? Because I'm holding a node? Okay, no, that wasn't, that apparently is not intentional. I must have found a glitch somehow. Oops. I don't think I've got enough. Oh, no, I don't think I've got enough moves left. So keep messing up the timing there. Yeah, not really much point in Hoyster says I can push R to just restart if I'm running out of moves. Oops. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Oh! Yeah, I guess I lost all my lives. Oh, is there a... Wait. Who says there are no lives if score goes over 6,500, it's over. Alright, need to look up, I cannot remember what my level was. I do have a list of codes handy. So just bringing up codes. Whoops, no, that's my... Oh, no, I can't... Right. Oh. Oh, it was the level after that one. Yep, no worries. How did I do this one? So I went through this way. Okay, and then shift that into there. All right, now This one is all about timing. Okay, so I don't... Oh, whoops, I messed that up. Do I still have enough moves to get through? I think I do. So we'll see. Or maybe not. Let's, yeah, I messed that up because I was a little bit eager to get out of the way of the, okay, so... Can I... If I go down to 0, is that end of the game? No, okay, so I just can't move it anymore. So if I drop it, and then I flip it. Whew. Okay, so that was with all of my energy used up. All of my moves used up. Reset nodes to restore subroutines. So presumably there's things I need to fix in this level in order to access different parts of the level. Let's see if we can work this out. Oh. Okay, so we have put that to there. Let's drop it there. Oops. Okay, that was a close one. I should be able to just pick that up and drop it in there. Oh wait, no, that's not a... No, I have messed that up. Let's restart the level. So I thought that was a a hole to drop it into. I didn't realize that was... I did not realize that was another node that I had to pull. Right. Because that one is just over there. And then there's one that is on the other side of the teleporter, and so I do not know which one is the best one to get where. So I think this one, it's probably easier if I bring it up. Yeah, if I bring this one up. Let's go to there where I'm still safe. Hoyster says each reset adds to the reset multiplier, which adds to your score. So that's the corruption index in the top right, I take it, and then if it gets beyond a certain point, it's game over. Is that correct? Right, now... Nearly used up all my shifts, so that's alright. Okay, so I don't have any shifts, but that does simplify the logic a bit. Oh, Hoyster says you can continue using shift past 0, but each use will then cost you points. I figured it might still be, in terms of energy use, that it might still be worthwhile to use node moves instead of shifts when, well, to use your node move counter when your shifts are up. Okay, alright, so I've got to get them all the way through. That wasn't very efficient, but it is what it is. Let's hide out of the way a bit. And we'll use some shifts, so... Okay, so I think I've used... do I still have enough moves? Maybe not. Oh! No, that wasn't... that wasn't very good. Let's just run straight forward. Flip that one. No, not quite enough. Oh, actually yes, just enough. So I wasn't very efficient then, but I still managed to scrape through on the last move. Oh, this is new. Okay, so we're going to boss level. So let's see what we've got to do here. Oh, okay. Alright, I just got to alright, so it's like a what? Like a the fence. I've got to stop them from getting through to the end. And I did see that I have EMP, but... Oops. No. Oh. Throw that EMP, okay. What? Well, this is very interesting because it's I mean, yeah, it's a shooter, but it's also a puzzle. Whoops, nearly out of health. Whew. The filter at the top tells you how many enemies can enter the filter you are guarding before the level resets. Okay, so we've got our gate switches here. But you can release additional rogue elements. Oh, okay, so I can, I'm assuming I can flip those. No? Okay, can I push them? Yeah. Oh! No, I see now. It's those, the chips at the bottom. So that switches them on and off. Ah, and the enemies control the gates. That is really cool. What happens if I'm standing on the gate and the enemy flips a switch? Whoops. Ah. I don't know if I have enough moves left. Oh, messed that up. Messed that up doubly. Yep, I don't have enough energy left. Whoops. What happened there? Did I grab both of them? I guess I did. Rosetta said this is a political game, contains corruption index. Just grab that health and come back. What? One. Oof. Okay. Ah, now this is very Chip's challenge. Only being able to travel in certain directions. Okay, so let's. So we've got. Well, I guess we've got to open that. Okay, I've got the red here. And I need to get that all the way to the oof. Get that all the way to the other side. There. I dropped that behind me, okay. So I've only got 7 moves left. I don't think I can finish, but I think I messed it up. I'm definitely missing something here. Oh, no, messed that up. Have to have a look at... Have to have a good look at the level, because there's a lot that needs to be moved quite far. So I can't go that way, so I have to go that way. That's non-optional. Let's oh. Yeah, that one looks like it's permanently off, so that's not part of the puzzle. Can I put both nodes in the same place and then carry them at the same time? Carry... No, I can't carry both. Can I flip both? So if I put that one there... And then I drop that one behind me. Okay, so I can flip both. That's good to know. I haven't got it in a very good position. And I don't think I got enough moves left anyway. No, I'm still missing something. Oh, unless... No, I was wondering if there's a way I could drop it up there and grab it from the other side. Doesn't look like I can. No, I messed that up. You sure I don't have enough? Oh yeah, I forgot that I can use shifts instead of... Sorry, moves instead of shifts. I think that is what I was missing. But I think I screwed it up anyway. Okay, so I've only got 14 moves left. Ah, yeah, okay, I didn't see that. Alright, might as well restart. Okay, so I think I got the gist of this level. Hoyster said he hadn't considered flipping both nodes at once. So I'm glad I come up with a novel novel solution, but or a novel mechanic, but since that's apparently not intended for this level. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Can I use that thing I discovered to my advantage one way or another? Does that use two points if I shift them both? Don't think I can squeeze through there without a... Let's drop that. So if I flip that... Did that cost... Was that no cost? Whoa! Damn it. Almost had it, but then messed up at the last moment. Maybe I should use a shift to get... Yeah, maybe I should use a shift to get that enemy out of the way. And it becomes just a little bit less complicated. But let's start that again. Oh, I guess I'm out of can't remember which level that was. So I wanted one more go at it. Level 12. Okay, let's put the code in for level 12. Okay, let's through here. Let's flip that. Be careful about that teleport. Then I grab this guy to move him out of the way. No, that wasn't a very good place for it. Yeah, because I can't really flip from that position because I risk getting fried. that. I've got 9. Don't think I've got enough. No. Well, I think there might be yeah, I think this one might be just a little bit complex for me right now, but I will have to come back and see if I can actually beat that, because but anyway, I wanted to have a quick look at the multiplayer mode, and then I will move on to the workshop. I don't actually have anything planned for the workshop. So if there's anything oh yeah, so the high score table is in reverse, it seems. So presumably you get the from reducing the corruption is how you you get a good score. Definitely a lot with this game that defies convention. Let's try that one out. So obviously I haven't got another player here with me, but I'll see I'll just see what it's like. Hoyster, have you thought about releasing a version of the game which just the multiplayer for Amiga Live? I see. So it's a bit like Lemmings, where you've got to with your time left, you've got to get the nodes through. Well, you've got to do oh, what did that do? Was it meant to do that? Where do I take that to? No. I'm missing. Idea is player 1 you take it to the blue filter. Where's the blue filter? I can see the red filter. Left of the screen. Oh, the teleporter. Yeah, and there's a switch there. So let's have a look. So if I no. Node connected. Okay, so I got the win there. Oh, okay, because there's a okay, so there's that. There's that switch. Oh, I see, and it goes... Okay, so it's being carried on the conveyor belt. Okay, I got it now. So it's whoever can do that the fastest, plus you've got the, you can turn that on and off. So what if I... Can I give a point to the enemy? If I grab that, and then I run all the way down there, and then I do that. Is that got to give a... Yeah, so see that's going up to that conveyor belt. No nullified. So I guess it knew it was a own goal. Okay, so not supposed to be two nodes. Oops. Oh, I gotta go all the way back. So imagine there could be a lot of forward planning with you know, blocking the person into the gate. Oh, you can also rescue the node by flipping it out of the conveyor area. Well, that was really cool. I still have no idea how to finish that level I got up to, but I will work it out sooner or later. Right now, I don't have anything planned at all for workshop. If anyone's got a suggestion for by the way, for the type of thing they might want to see, otherwise we could just have a look at what's on Open Game Art and try doing something. We got art time. Let's stick with 2D art. Well, that's kind of interesting. It's not sort of many good tutorials on how to do sort of the AGA triple parallax that we see in some sculpting games. So that might be a cool thing to do, just sort of as a last minute. Let's have a look at what's in. We don't need that. Mac OS. We got so we've got a background layer. We have mountains. Well, those are mountains. And we've got trees and foreground trees. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this. So there is a demo, the Gothic Vania demo, that basically does what I'm about to do anyway, but yeah, this is sort of show how we can do that from scratch. Let's make a clean folder, and I'm going to call that we'll call it double parallax. We definitely want AGA for this, and we want our wide sprites. We want our special screen mode, so if we go to display and then configure screen. And we want our AGA sprite screen wrap. What else do we want? Well, so that is going to be our background. And how many colors have we got? 5. I'm going to want to reduce that down to 4 or 3 at the most. Also, we only want that 256 wide. Flevel said, I always wondered, why do you have enable and disabled screen wrap, not a toggle? Because you might not want to do either. You might not want to enable it, you might not want to disable it. Okay, let's see what we can do to reduce colors. So if I... Oops. Let's flip that. Four colors, and let's get rid of those. Okay, so all right, so we've got 3 colors, so that will do for our far background. In fact, I might as well make it let's assume we're going for a 224 resolution. And let's go to Schrodinger's screen wrap. Right. I'll save it in animations because we are going to use the actor animation system to make this full parallax. Okay, so background. And do we want to use this brighter one? So I've only got 4 colors? How are there 4 colors? One, two. Oh. Okay, so well, let's so we want to make this wrap, but we want to make a wrap at 256 wide, so we want to make sure that it's going to be level on more or less level on both sides. So if I take out 4, let's take out the left side, and you might want to I might want to make some adjustments there later, but for now it doesn't matter. I don't care too much. Three colors, okay. Okay, all right. There's a single pixel there. Now, is that 3 colors now? 2 colors? I mean, I could have left it there, but doesn't really matter. So let's so we've got our sky. I'm going to rename these. I'm just going to call this BG, and then this is going to be the midground. And then, so that gives us our 2 layers of parallax, and we still need a tile set. Okay, there's only 4 colors in there. That let's yeah, I'm just going to use that as I'm going to call that tile set. Oh, in fact, no, let's not do that. Let's import that as a PNG. So go generate map from PNG. Let's go to parallax mountain pack, and we want our trees maps, and that should give us a tile set as well as a map. Which it does. Now let me just double check. I think 224 by 16 should be 14, which it is. So I'll need to make this the same height as everything. So let's go 14. We'll get to the bottom. I will need to fix the palette. But for now, let's just load that level. Okay, so we should be able to see those trees. The colors are going to be very weird because we haven't tried to import them. Yep, no, that's okay. That's as expected. I will fix those tree colors later. What we're gonna want next is the background. So I'll just call this ABG. And let's grab that. And I might as well align it like that. And that has to be sprite. Only sprite. And we're going to set that to... I'm going to set this to 4 colors. We want the back middle. Because that will be the last... So we've got 8 sprite channels. We've got it set to 64 pixels wide. So for a 256 wide, we need 64, 128, 196, 256. So that is 4 channels there. Oh, actually no, we should start from back because that counts backwards. So that goes from channel 8, 7, 6, 5. So that is the correct channel that we need. And let's save that as animations. No, let's make an actors for it. And let call that I'm just going to call that BG. And then I want to have that as camera locked. I might as well spawn that in code actually, rather than putting it in the map. Spawn BG and yep, that's fine. Something that I'm missing, I have to set it to background so that sprites appear behind the map tiles. Okay, now that is as expected. The reason why the colors are all messed up like that is because we haven't. Well, there's a couple of reasons. One is we haven't set the palette correctly, but the other, because you saw it was split down the middle, it's because half the sprites are using these colors, and then half the sprites are using those colors. So before we go any further, let's fix that. So let's make it so that we will use magic purple for these for here, because we're not going to be using that for anything. Let's just grab the actually I can just edit that frame image, and then I just need to grab 3 colors from here. So whatever art program you're using, you should be able to just grab the dexes, and we want to put that in both of those color ranges, because we're using 4 sprites, so we're using 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's do that for that color, and then we've only got 1 color left, which is the... I don't know if that's the sun or the moon, actually. I assume it's the moon, because it's a darker scene. So it could be either. Okay, and the sprite range is still default for Amiga, which is 16 to 31, which has to be that range on OCS. Since we're using AGA, we could put it anywhere in our colors, but we don't need to. So let's run that. Let's just check that the palette of the sky is what we expect. Yep. The colors of the background are a bit broken, so we want to fix that. um, I think there's only something like 3 colors in here, 3 or 4 colors. The other thing you could do is you could convert this to an index PNG and use the import feature here. How many colors were there? It says 4. Is it counting the transparency? Let's get rid of the let's get rid of the colors that I know that I've used. I know I've used that one, and I know I've used that one, and I know I've used that one. Okay, so now it was only those it does count transparency as being a color, which is fine. Let's see what it looks like now. Okay, that's looking better. Let's get our other animation in. So let's call this. Let's make this the midground. So AMG. I just want that. Align it to. This one's a bit frustrating because most of it is transparent. Should zoom in, that will make it easier to... Okay, that's at 0 by 0. Right, well... let's just Oh, no, I'll create a new one. And save that as actors and MG. And we're going to make a couple of changes here. So this is still going to be still going to be CPU camera lock. I'm going to have a rotation speed of 0.5. Rotation speed is actually parallax. I should change that label to say parallax. I should have it on the background. I will put this one further in the background, so I set that at 2000 just to make absolutely sure that that one is going to be in front of it. And I just will change the sure the origin point is at 0 on both axes. I could have just typed that in there. Right. I'll need to spawn the midground. And then I need to change it to only sprite. And I'm going to start that from the front middle. So that is channels 4 to 1. And what I'll also need to do is grab those colors. I think there's only 2 colors I need. And I might as well just delete that. And then, okay, I've got the brighter one, I need the darker one. And finally, I need a way to actually control it, because otherwise, sorry, I need a way to control it, because otherwise, you know, it's not really parallax if it's just a static image. So if I go to controls and no, I don't want controls. I want display camera position, and I can just go camera X plus control 1X. That should be enough to make it scrollable. I could make it. In fact, I'll multiply that by 2. The reason I'm putting that in brackets is Scorpion doesn't really support embed, so by putting it in brackets we can force that order of operations. Otherwise it's just going to go left to right. I will need to set that level timer, and unless we've gotten something, I think we're good to go. Yep, there we go. Nice, nice and easy triple parallax. Well, I suppose double parallax because we've only got 2 things moving, but yeah. I mean, why don't we make it say the sky moves as well? I mean, it's not we might get a situation where we can see the sun twice, but that's right. I'm not too worried. So I mean, what we could do with the sun is we could just take it out of that. You know, we could make it like a bob or something, or but yeah. But there we go. So we've got triple parallax. This is not going to work on Mega Drive as it is, because Mega Drive you would need, you know, you can't have sprites the whole length of the screen. But let's give it a try on NeoGeo. So let's go to switch to NeoGeo. Let's go yes. We want colors that copy the palette. Let's see what that's like on NeoGeo. Oh, okay. I know what the problem is. We don't have them wrapping. So, because the NeoGeo sprite window is 512 pixels wide, and so it won't wrap unless you've got something that wide. So let's grab. Well, in fact, I'm going to grab that whole animations folder, and then I'll go into NeoGeo. Let's copy that. I don't need a copy of that, but I do need um, that. So let's make that 512 wide. And then let's save that. And we want to do the same thing for our midground. Let's see what that's like. So that should be smart enough to wrap the whole way around the sprite window. No, what did I do? Still done something wrong. Let's go to animations. Has it picked? Okay, it hasn't picked up those overrides. I wonder why not. It should have picked up those overrides. I will copy those animation strips just in case it's getting confused by that. Well, that should have just worked. Yep, there we go. Okay. Oh, and there is one. I think there is one other thing I need to fix, which is a palette, maybe. Right, okay, so that's working. I'm not sure why the background is flickering like that. But we are working with the experimental version of Scorpion. That could be the problem. In fact, I'll switch to the non-experimental version of. I'll switch back to 2025. I'll see if that's any better. I'll just go to that one. So just go back into stable release, because I did change a fair bit on how NeoGeo sprite rendering works, and there must have been something I overlooked. Okay, that not working on Halo Zero at the moment. Let's go to our parallax mountain pack. No, double parallax is what I called it. And let's see if it's any better in the older version of Scorpion. Yep, okay, so that's much better in the 2025 stable of Scorpion. 2026 experimental, there must be a bug that I need to fix with there must be a bug I need to fix with the sprite rendering order, because it doesn't flicker here, it does flicker on the newer version. And yep, so that's that double parallax on NeoGeo. We also did it on AGA. We don't really have a way of doing it on Mega Drive so easily. Um, Although having said that, I don't want to leave Mega Drive users out, so let's what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that these actors and animations are only for Neo Geo and Amiga. Oops. Paint Shop Pro that's keeping it open? What's keeping it open? Let's go back to our older version of Scripting Engine. And okay, so if we go to Mega Drive, change that to 2 palettes. So we don't have any animations, no actors, because those don't exist on this platform. We're gonna want to make sure that these are set to Amiga and Neo Geo. If we start it, we shouldn't get anything except the trees. Find emulator. Yep, that's what's expected. So let's make a we are gonna want to make something custom for you know, because we can't use sprites. We want to make something custom for Mega Drive. It happens that the Mega Drive plane width is 512, so we can, you know, we can just stick with this width. We will grab the let's grab that as well. We're going to want to position this so that yeah, it will have to be like this so that it doesn't oh, in fact, yeah, it will have to be like that so that it does not overlap the parallax above it. But more than that, we want to make sure that it's has to be multiple of 8. Like that. Perfect. Yep, okay, that's exactly what I wanted. So I am going to create a folder called panels because this is going to be a background panel. Just going to call this ng background. Oh, and I do need to reduce it to sorry, give me a moment. I want black to be one of the colors. Okay, so you should just go to 256 colors, and then that's given us a palette, and that has black as index 0. That's exactly what I want. Save that. Create our panel, and I'm going to go select that panel, and I'm going to call that MG background. Well, MD background for Mega Drive. Okay, override palette, start palette line 3, that is fine. I want to change that to Mega Drive parallax. We want that to be tile sliced, and then so we've got that slice needs to be up about, no, it needs to be one below that. Let's try to snap it to there. Perfect. I'm going to switch this to simple mode. I'm just going to say the distance is, yeah, I'll say the distance of that is 3, and then the distance of that one is 2. So that's just sort of a pseudo 3D distance. So, you know, if that basically says if that's 3 kilometers in the distance, then this is 2 kilometers. And we want to set that as our parallax, the level, and let's try that. Yep. Yep, that's as expected. So we've got our triple parallax on Mega Drive. I'll just switch to NeoGeo, make sure that still works. Start line 5. Why haven't I got the actors? I thought I made a... Did I not make a copy of the actors in... I guess I didn't. Okay, so if I go to Amiga All, I just want to make a copy of those actors into NeoGeo. Okay, that's looking good. Let's make sure that still runs on NeoGeo. Then we will make sure it still runs on AGA Amiga, and we'll leave it there. Yep. Okay. Flubble says, given lack of a line scroll or massive sprite numbers, it is really cool what you can get from an Amiga with a bit of thought. Yeah. So the sprites have their strengths and weaknesses. The biggest weakness of Amiga sprites is you've got hardly any of them. You've got 8 sprite channels versus on the Mega Drive you have 80, and on the Neo Geo you have over 300. Regarding the line scroll, I mean, there is the copper. You can do line scroll on the copper. Most games didn't, like Outrun. Lotus did not. For scrolling the line left and right, it was actually blitting each line individually, which is actually the better way to do it for most kinds of racing games on Amiga. Anyway, so I think that's a good place to leave the stream. Thanks all for coming by and watching. Let's see who we can raid. Sorry, it's just taking a bit of time. Well, looks like Ted Zog is playing Quake on Amiga. That sounds interesting. So let's send everyone his way. They've raided them twice in the last month. Must be the third time. I don't know what's happening. It's raid is playing up. I'll try starting raid again. I don't know why Twitch is so temperamental today. Oh, looks like raid went through. Never mind. Okay, well, thanks for watching.